gmPM, the prediction market show.
Let's freaking go. Boom. What up, boys? What's up, everybody? Welcome to gmPM episode numero 5. And today is a very, very big day. If you are a New Yorker, a New York Knicks fan, fuck your Spurs fans. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. But before we get there, let me say what's up to the boys. We got a big show planned, but boys, what's good, man? Kkoma, what's good? Bread.
We are doing very well. Yesterday was a bit of an up and down day for me personally, but we were able to get to the finish line because of the Vegas Knights. But yeah, let's talk about hockey as well. Dave, I know you're all about the Knicks, but we have to talk about this crazy game 1. And if the Knicks game is anything like hockey, it's gonna, NBA, NHL, sports is back.
Hell yeah, bro. That was a great game yesterday. But Bread, what's good before we get into all of the specifics?
Shit, man. GM. Yeah, man. I'm thinking Vegas, dude, in 4. You know what I mean? I don't think the Canes are even gonna stand a chance after watching yesterday's game. And then Knicks, bro. Lucky for you. We'll see what happens. I don't really have a horse in that race. I kind of hope that I hope the Knicks win for you, bro.
Whoa. They better. And listen, you guys are going to get like the full feel during this entire episode because the windows are wide open, right? Like Manhattan is right outside and you're going to hear the sirens. They were going during like our pre-show prep. You know what I'm saying? So if you hear the NYPD or the FDNY, that's by design, okay? Because we're going to put as much New York juju out there as possible. Also, by the way, if anybody's into like making music, like you guys know I'm crazy into this AI music stuff. The New York Knicks actually have like a music competition, right? They put out like an open call. So if anybody wants to like make music like for the New York Knicks, you could be featured on like one of their albums. Just saying.
They have albums?
Yeah, bro. The New York Knicks are making an album, okay? MSG's a big deal. And also
before losing or what's going on?
Hey, whoa. Everybody simmer down. There will be no Knicks slander on this stream. But also just everybody
Knicks will lose or something.
So everybody sticks around. We have Almanac with us here as well. If you guys are like, what the fuck is Almanac? Stick around. You're gonna want to find out. We got the founder Leo with us, who's gonna be here with us, chat with us in about like 15-20 minutes or so after we get through the full slate of what we have to cover. But Kkoma, yesterday you said you had a little bit of a rough day. The Vegas Knights ended up saving you a behind, bro. Tell us, bro, what happened?
Yeah, so has anyone been watching French Open? Do you know what time the French Open games start? 5 a.m. Eastern time, 2 a.m. Pacific Coast time. So there are some games where I just say, hey, I'm going to make a play and I'll fall asleep and I'll wake up in the morning. And if I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. Unfortunately, the first game I did was a WTA1 in Roland Garros. I did Kristia plus 1.5 sets. Guess what? She loses 2-0. And then I did Svitolina to win. She loses in 3 sets. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is horrible. All right, let's go with something more safe. We'll do the over 36.5 games in the Fonseca versus Mensik game. And I swear to God, like Mensik, every single game before, he would at least lose 1 set. And Fonseca just beat Novak Djokovic. He beat Casper Ruud, who was a 3-time or 2-time finalist in the French Open. So I was like, of course, at least Fonseca can just get 1 set. I'm good to go. And long behold, Mensik wins 3-0. Mensik wins 3 sets to 0. And I swear to God, like there were 3 breaks that Fonseca had. And usually in men's tennis, you could just totally just grind it. Once you get a break, you're pretty much guaranteed to win that set kind of thing. But for whatever reason, that dude Mensik, like he's a serve bot, man. He's like 6'6", can move like Djokovic and serve like John Isner. Like it's a hack. So yeah, I did not do very well. So I was down in the gutters, and then luckily the Vegas Knights came to save the day. I had about like $1,700 on the Vegas Knights to win like 4K or something like that.
Okay.
And long behold, like right when the game starts, they give up one goal within like 15 seconds. I'm like, this is perfect. And they immediately dropped to 25 cents. And just for my own degeneracy, I just put another $100 at 20 something cents to win like 600 or something. So it averaged out to 37. And then what do you know? They gave up a second goal, and I'm like, perfect. This is amazing. But I did not panic. And I just knew Vegas Knights, they don't panic as well. They have a very solid team, very experienced team. And I just knew that the Canes, as good as they are, they kind of went through a very easy route. They beat the Philadelphia Flyers, which is a very young team. They beat the Montreal Canadiens, also a very young team. So in terms of the experience of just grinding it out, I don't think they met a team like Vegas before, especially how physical they are. So I just knew that they could just kind of grind their way back. And fortunately, they did. And what a back and forth game. They won 5-4.
Crazy.
Like literally it was goal, like from each team. And luckily I made it out. I ain't no B. I didn't cash out. And I made value.
Yeah, I mean the game was fire, bro. Like down to the last. Like, what did he score with like 3 or 3.5 minutes left? Like to go up 5-4. Hurdle score with like 2 up.
Hurdle scored. Yeah, that was insane. And the way that Canes play, like they are so in your face, nonstop pressure. But that also is like a very double-edged sword because they play man-to-man defense. But if you lose your man, it's a horrible opening, and their goalie is not very good. Like I know Hunter's in the chat, and I think he would agree with me. The only reason why this goalie has been doing quote unquote well is because the Hurricanes just overall is a very pressure team, and they just don't allow a lot of shots on goal. So you could be a great goalie if there are no pucks to the net, right? At the end of the day. So I think Vegas kind of exposed them from that perspective.
Well, Giggs also said, Kkoma, that he won 5 bets until you started tailing him. So I don't know if you're the mush, like, or what, bro, but
he was on that tennis play with me as well, and we were both getting wrecked. Yeah, that morning. He actually tagged me in a post and was like, "Hey, you do NHL, right?" Because some guy was asking for NHL help. I was like, "Leave me alone. I need a break from predicting." But then, of course, I just did it privately.
Like, let me just chill. Yeah, man. And I saw. I mean, and we're gonna talk like more tennis because I mean, this morning. I mean, the world number 2, I thought Sabalenka was the number 1, but world number 2, Sabalenka, literally on her chart was at 95, 98, 99%. And she imploded. I mean, collapsed. She got blanked in the 3rd set. 6-0. Nada. That was crazy. This is why, like, we keep saying tennis is like the craziest sport to kind of like predict on. Kkoma, you can't be going to sleep, bro. I don't know what you're thinking, but like we're saying it on the show. You're saying it. I'm saying it. Don't go to sleep when you make tennis bets, bro. What are you doing? Stop.
Tennis predictions.
Yeah, tennis predictions. Crazy. He goes, oh, then you bet on the same NHL game as me. Yeah.
What? Not even attempting tennis anymore. Spent like 4 months last year trying to build models around predicting tennis matches, and that's not even possible, bro.
You know, like, the problem there's too much rigging going on. Like in tennis, especially non-majors, it gets questionable. Yeah.
No, it's as bad as the NBA, you know.
I mean, the NBA, all right, maybe I'll give you the NBA a little bit because obviously because of the scandals that we've seen NBA, but tennis?
There are scandals in tennis. And you know, it's actually worse because there are no referees besides line judges. So literally the play, it's kind of like prop betting, Dave, where like, you know, the whole thing where he said, oh, I'm going to get 10 rebounds. Oh, I have a stomach ache. I'm going to leave the rest of the game. And then you win.
It's true. All right, guys, I have to do this because I did this during the stream yesterday, these react videos, so that we can get gmPM on more people's radars. Ready? Here we go. Let's watch it. All right, guys, I have to do this because there it is. We're live, and you're hearing me twice, obviously here and up here. So we need everybody tuning into the gmPM show live now across all of those different platforms. Tap in. Boop. It's done. Sorry, guys, I had to do it. Got 18,000 views. Shout out to Hunter. 18,000 views. So, you know, we got to do as much as we can. We're grinding out here. Wait, so Kkoma, you ended up the day positive yesterday or like just like in the negative, but nowhere near as bad of a bloodbath as it could have been worse.
It could have been worse. So, you know what? I'll take it. You know, with predictions, I'm noticing just a lot of people that are new to it. And you just think that, hey, I need to be in the positive every single day. sometimes you just got to be happy with a little bit of negative, or even if you're a lot negative, you just got to take it the next day. Easier said than done. You don't want to see negative in your P&Ls, but it is what it is. You got to take your lessons. You got to take it on the chin and then move on to the next play.
Yeah, that's true. This is true. We ready to talk about my Knicks, bro? Like, I mean, it's not like anybody doesn't know where I stand on this matter. I've been screaming Knicks in 6 forever, okay? But tonight it finally goes down. 8 o'clock, boy, in San Antonio, 8 or 8:30, I think is game time. Boys, I'm asking you nicely, like, what do you think? You know what I mean? But it's just out of courtesy. You know what I mean? So go ahead, because you guys know exactly where I stand on this whole shit. The Knicks are going to eviscerate this team.
Yeah, maybe. I think we're definitely going to go a full 7 games, right? Just because of ticket sales and merch sales and, all of that stuff, right? Yep. Generate more revenue. So I think we'll definitely go a full 7. I'm on the Spurs, bro. I'm on the Spurs overall. I think Spurs in game 7, but I'm hoping for the Knicks for your sake, but deep down, I truly think that the Spurs are probably going to take it.
Bro, what are you guys doing? Like, I don't understand. Like, what are y'all watching? Like, this is a super young team. Like, have you watched the Knicks in this playoffs? I get it. They're not like the Sixers, right? Like, they're not. Like, I watched an interview this morning, the podcast with, that podcast with Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett was going off on Paul Pierce because Paul Pierce said Spurs in 5. KG was looking at him and he was like, motherfucker, are you crazy? Are you nuts? But I get it that it's still not like that team. Kkoma, are you on the Spurs bus too?
I am, but the Knicks are very dangerous. To me, they live and die by the 3. So if that 3 doesn't go in, they're cooked. And hey, if the Cavs can be beating them in game 1 that badly, can you imagine what the Spurs can do? Until they lose, that is.
Where's the sirens when I need it from outside? You know what I mean? Like, I need the New York sirens
silence
right now. Like, right now. I need the chat to tell me exactly like who their picks are. Dillo, what are your picks? Because like, I know what Hunter's gonna say. Obviously, Giggs is saying it. Dillo, what's your pick for tonight? Block Bull, tell me. IB, like, let me know in the chat who you guys are picking. Because I mean, if you say Spurs, I'm gonna cook you, like, whatever. Like, it is what it is. 100%.
We'll see on Monday. We'll recap the Knicks games. Will they play? I assume they're gonna play another game before our Monday show, right?
Yeah. It's probably gonna be it's a Wednesday final. Probably gonna be another Friday, and then either like a Sunday or Monday back here in New York for game 3.
Got it. So yeah, when it's like a 2-0 lead for the Spurs, we'll enjoy that Monday show.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. But I'm nervous, man. I'm a little nervous. Like, we haven't been here in so long. You guys want to hear actually really quick little funny story? So this morning I'm outside, I'm walking the dog, right? And I'm wearing black sweatpants and a white Nike hoodie, right? It was a little chilly this morning, right? And I got a black backwards hat on, just black and white. This little short dude making a delivery outside on like 2nd Avenue. As I'm walking by the dog, he's got his Knicks hat on. He's got his Knicks shirt on. Literally looks at me and he goes, "Fuck the Spurs." And I'm like, bro, I don't have any Spurs gears on, bro. Like, he just
I agree, bro.
Yeah, he's so black and white. I was just like, dude, like, I don't have any Spurs gear on. I don't know what the hell your issue is. It was like literally like yay high. And I'm just like, bro, we on the same team, homie. We on the same team.
We on the same team. Yeah, just can't wear black for the next month.
Bro, what the hell? Like, seriously. Anyways, all right. I know we've exhausted kind of like the Knicks. Like, it's game time. Put up or shut up tonight. So, guys, make sure that you tap into the Knicks game. I can't wait to gloat on Monday's episode. I cannot wait to gloat. Because even if we take one of the 2 in San Antonio, I'm good. I'm totally good with that. So, 1 of 2 games, and we'll see obviously come next Monday. All right, let's talk about this MicroStrategy insanity that happened over the last few days. Because if you guys remember the Iran ceasefire controversy where there was like, I don't even know how many hundreds of millions of dollars that were literally placed on Iran. We tweeted about this. We were talking about it on other spaces where we were like, $100 to win 33,000. Meanwhile, it was like, this isn't really going to happen resolution wise. But this MicroStrategy, Kkoma, like, fill me in, because it was Sailor to sell Bitcoin by X date, which I believe was May 31st. He sold 32 BTC per the 8K filing, but now the market is not resolving because why? Like, what is the whole, like, what has been like the crazy, like, brush up over here, like with this? And why does this keep happening on Polymarket, bro?
The debate is about the announcement of the actual of the sale, right? So even though technically they did sell before May 31st, the announcement of that information was around June 1st or June 2nd, if that makes sense.
That's crazy,
right?
I mean, like, so now when you see, so now going forward, so now when you see something that has like a specific date on it, is it like, oh, this has to be announced by this date, or does the action actually have to happen? Like, which one? Like, what is the question asking?
Who knows? But Polymarket did add the additional context, which is kind of BS in my opinion. Like, so the additional context, yeah, exactly. So it says no information from MSTR, on-chain data, or consensus of credible reporting confirmed that MicroStrategy sold Bitcoin within the market's time frame. And then it says confirmation achieved outside of the market's time frame does not qualify. So that's the kicker.
Insane.
Yeah, and they added that after, so that's not ideal. But there are people that have put so much money into the yes, it's kind of crazy. And I don't know if they're doing it where they believe that basically if they do yes, they could do like a lawsuit against Polymarket and then have this debate. But someone put 27K to win 7.9 million.
Whoa, God. Whoa. Well, because it's been challenged, right? The ultimate resolution. Yeah. Well, I mean, and it's BS because especially like any market that is, I mean, like we can see on chain the exact time and date that anything was sold. You know, and it's like that should be the absolute truest form of resolution. You know, none of this like,
oh, part with this though, Brett, is they sent it to an exchange, so you don't know technically when it was sold. In theory, with this one,
I mean, we can still find date stamps and things like that. You know, from the exchange. You know, I mean, we could track sats even. You know, if we wanted to go down that route. You know, and see exactly what sats he held, which ones were sold. You know, that should ultimately override any sort of rules that Polymarket wants to try and say like, oh, we didn't hear about it until the second because we were out of office, you know. And it's like, well, that sounds like a you problem, bro. You know,
I really hate this. I really hate this just because when the rules get blurry, people tend to lose a lot of money, and it's really unfair. I mean, at this point, whoever is in the right, the wrong side will lose a lot of money, right? And both sides have put quite a bit of significant capital across the board, and it just really, it's unfortunate one way or another. But I hope Polymarket fixes this for the next.
This is crazy, Kkoma. Look, it says right here in plain, clear English: this market will resolve to yes if MicroStrategy sells any of its Bitcoin. Oops, sorry about that. Sells any of its Bitcoin by 11:59 p.m. Eastern time on the date specified in the title. Otherwise, this market will resolve to no. Not the announcement, none of this shit, man. Like,
read the crazy part, the confirmation right above it. That's the crazy part. They added that in after.
That's confirmation achieved outside of the market's time frame does not qualify. That's crazy. That is insane. Like, this is I don't know, man. But like, does Shane comment on any of this stuff, or like any of the devs? Like, do they comment on any of this shit, or no? They just kind of like leave it alone.
I hadn't heard them say anything about it. You know what I mean? I think it's part of the reason, though. There's a lot of talk about them moving away from Yuma, you know, as resolution and kind of trying to do their own thing here. You know, I think that's going to be we'll see how that works out. Actually,
does Yuma decide the additional context, Brett, or no?
I don't think they decide the additional context. No, but ultimately it's kind of like, well, if they're just going, if Polymarket's going to just be adding rules after the fact, and then they're also running their own resolution oracle, I think it's going to get even messier.
Yeah, Yuma in itself is another topic we should maybe discuss about, Dave, in the future. But it seems like Yuma
Yeah.
is a whales game where they could just decide what is right and what is wrong based on how much money they have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
like a
crazy
DAO.
to me, man. Yeah, it's crazy to me how I mean, because I don't know, man. I guess the way in which you have to like be vigilant, and I know we say all the time, Brett, I've heard you say this ad nauseum, is like read the fucking rules, right? Like read the fucking rules of resolution of these markets. It's very simple.
But that doesn't work when they keep changing and adding the rules after the
True.
fact. You know what I mean? Like they should have to
Yeah.
like lock that in, and like from a dev perspective, like that's not editable after like submitted. I mean, like there's a lot of ways that they could do that correctly, and I don't know. It's either ignorance or laziness, you know, whichever they decide.
This is why I stick with sports, man. At the end of the day, a team wins, a team loses. There's really not a big debate outside of a few hiccups like the UFC announcing the wrong fighter or whatever like that. The fact that it's a blurry line and everyone's debating a yes and no is a big problem. And I think Polymarket just made it worse by adding that additional context.
But like after the fact, like it's like I don't know. Like I'd be extremely salty. Like if I was like those people that were in on the S. And shout out to our boy Austin, by the way, Kkoma, because Austin, at the end of the day, was on this play. He set himself a limit order and he sold when this thing, because it had the initial run up to above like 90 cents and change. He was like, I'm out, and he sold. And I think there's a lesson in that, right? Where it's like if it's not sports, where you don't have a clear like resolution where it's like, this is the match winner or this is the game winner, this team, this player, whoever, set your limit orders and just when you see the run up, get out. Like just sell, because you can avoid all of this bullshit, all of it. So shout out to Austin, man, for doing that for sure. Yeah, man, I'm sorry if you're on the yes side. I'm probably still gonna put like $20.
I knew it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I knew you.
Come.
Yeah. Buy that lotto ticket, bro.
Bro, $20 to win 3,800. You know what I'm saying? Like, who doesn't love a long shot, dude? Like
I think a few of our friends in our private chats, like, I'm gonna put $50 on it.
I mean, look, it's not 100 to win 33,000, but it's 100 to win 19,000. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like,
bro, I mean, if you just play enough of those, right? I mean, you're bound to hit one at some point.
Eventually,
right?
It's a numbers game, right?
I mean, that sounds like you could probably build a whole firm and fund around that idea and concept. We'll just take a bunch of investor money and be like, yeah, we buy these.
Yeah.
It's the inverse 99%.
Yeah, exactly. It's the
Yeah.
inverse 99%. It's bound to hit. It's got one time it's going to hit. Now, one time is probably going to be when like I don't play. So you got to play them all. You know what I mean? 50, got to catch them all like this fucking Pokemon. You got to play them all, bro. Fuck. Kkoma knew it was coming too. Like he was like, I fucking knew you were going to do it, because I'm sitting there playing with the, you know what I mean? Like I'm sitting here.
I know I'm not on video, Dave, but I can see your eyes and they're glowing. with
Bro, I'm sitting here tinkering with like the thing, and I'm like $50, like $100 for 19,000. I'm like, my gosh, sign me the fuck up.
Wow.
Oh,
You got to look at it like going into the bodega and buying a scratch ticket. You know what I mean? It's like, who buys the $100 scratch ticket? Like, not this guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Give me $1 scratcher. Maybe I'll win $2, and it's like, let's go.
Exactly.
I know for us, it's like $100 is, it's significant, right? But it's crazy to me. When I was in Vegas, I was watching some of these people on the slot machines, and they're in the high roller slot machines, and they're just doing $100 spins, man. I'm just like, what the hell are these guys doing? Nonstop, just spinning $100. And this reminded me of this video of this old lady. She's like, I lost like $3 million doing slots. And the guy's like, do you regret it? She's like, no. And then she goes back to doing more slots. It's like, damn, these are wild. True degenerates.
Seriously, man. Seriously. Okay, so before we bring on Leo, I got one more market that I want us that I want us to talk about. We've been mentioning this for a minute. We actually talked about it yesterday on the Good Time Show, and it's so relevant to like prediction markets now. And I'll share my screen on this in a second. But Spencer Pratt for mayor of Los Angeles yesterday, bro. The Hills are back for all you old folk out there that used to watch The Hills and LC and Heidi and Spencer and this one and that one, whatever. This dude literally lost his entire house, like literally living out of a trailer now because the Palisades legit burned down. Because California, I mean, they're just fucking incompetent out there. And he had enough. He was just like, fuck it, I'm done. I'm going to run for mayor. And he came out. I mean, his ads were everywhere. I mean, to the tune of tens of millions of views across all of his different ads for mayor. He's had some of the most like just crazy AI generated. Like I saw one yesterday where it was like the ghost of LA past and present, whatever. And it showed all the different, Spencer Pratt has been absolutely cooking out here. They had the initial primaries yesterday. He finished right behind Karen Bass. People are not saying it was a great, like the incumbent mayor. He smashed the other, he smashed Nitya. And now Polymarket, look, they don't like, I guess Polymarket is kind of incorporating this now as like Karen Bass still like had a higher percentage of the vote. So they gave her a big boost obviously here. But what do you guys think? What do y'all make of this? Koma, where you at with this? Brad, where you at with this? Yeah. Talk to me.
Brad, go first.
Yeah, dude. I mean, just watching the odds bounce around on that is insane. You know, I think at one point wasn't Pratt like at 50%? And now he's down to 12, I think, or 12 or 13 last I checked. And that's going to be if it was a fair election and the people's votes actually mattered, I think he'd take it. You know, California is so freaking corrupt, man. I mean, like, look at the slimy ass governor. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't even have to open his mouth to look at him and be like, ooh, what are you trying to sell me, bro? You know what I mean? Like used car lot, like slime ball, you know, and between that, all the leering centers and, you know, hospice care centers and, you know, dude, like that state is so screwed, you know, that, I mean, I hope he wins because I do genuinely think like he's not just one of those career politician that's just going to be taking backdoor deals all day, every day. You know, I think that he would actually like give a shit, you know, actually try to do things for the people of LA, you know. But again, the overall state probably doesn't want that because then they can't launder and funnel money in ways that they are currently. So it'll be interesting to see. I hope he gets it because I think it would be great for Cali. Unfortunately, because of how Cali is, I don't think he's gonna get it, man. It's a bummer.
Yeah, and Landy also said they stopped at 50%. They're still counting the votes, but he did say they're gonna still probably crime it up. Yeah, I guess let's see. Koma, what's your take on like is Spencer Pratt worth taking a shot on? I don't know.
I mean, as a betting man, I'd say yes. You know, at 13%, Dave, I see your eyes glowing again. But,
I love the underdog. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, who doesn't love an underdog? Especially, as someone that lives in California that's just getting totally hosed on so many different tax-related stuff, and it's just nonstop, man. So if there's a way to improve that, I'm all for it. And I think someone even wrote in like the comments, says massive opportunity by Spencer Pratt. People seem to forget that if no one gets 50%, there's a runoff. Value bound to go up from 14%. So we'll see.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's right.
Didn't realize that.
That's right.
You buy it 14 and then sell it at 20 even and profit out.
Interesting.
What are you gonna do, Dave?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but I like it. I like the only reason why I'm like a little bit hesitant is because you know how like the California like bullshit machine works. You know what I mean? Like I've been there, like I've seen it, I've lived it. It's just fucking nonsense, bro. Like I don't see that. Like as much as I want Spencer Pratt to do this, right? And he's gotten endorsements from a lot of people. I saw yesterday he got donations from Sergey Brin, right? Like there's Hollywood, like meaning like, you know, Google founders, Hollywood execs are endorsing him, but I don't know if that's enough, right? Like I don't know. Really, he has it still. Do you think he wins, Landy? Like yes or no? Like, do you actually think that he has it stolen? Californication reality, exactly. He has it stolen? He could win, This is the OC dude that went broke buying a truck. Yeah, bro, but he also got his house burned down in the Palisades because there was no water in the reservoirs. Take it up with
Hey, I trust the guy that's been broke, to run for mayor. You know what I mean? I trust that guy versus the guy that's just been silver spoon his whole life and career politician shit. Like give me the brokey for mayor.
Bro, if you actually look at some of the if you go out there and you actually look at some of the public speaking things that Karen Bass does, there's literally just paid actors, 5 or 10 people, Spencer's actually going out, bro, this white kid's going into the hood, he's going to MacArthur Park, he's going into literally some different areas that you're just really, this dude's going in there, bro. He's shaking hands, kissing babies. I don't know. I like him. I want to see him win. I genuinely want to see him win.
I mean, if Arnold Schwarzenegger could win a governor, anything is possible in California. So
exactly. And as a side note, we got to look for this other market. I saw this morning that Mike the Situation Sorrentino from Jersey Shore is going to make a run for New Jersey governor. So we got to get in early on that. Okay.
Oh,
Kev's here. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What was that gym phrase that he would always say?
Jim Tan.
Jim GTL, bro.
That's gonna be the slogan.
Oh,
that'll be the slogan for Jersey. It already is the slogan for Jersey, I feel like.
Yeah, it pretty much is, bro. GTL. Yeah, for real. All right, good shit. All right, we're at the halfway point. I'm excited to bring up Leo. I want to hear all about Almanac. I have not used the platform yet. I know we've been obviously talking with the Almanac team for a little bit. We're going to do some really, really cool stuff with them. But let's bring you boys ready? Ready to chat with Leo? Let's go. Let's do this.
Bring him up.
Bum, 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 bum. Leo, hope you're ready. Leo, what's up, my man? GM. Welcome to the gmPM show, bro.
GM. Thanks for having me, guys. Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah. Let's go. I know we had you backstage for a little bit. I know you were listening in, but we're super excited, obviously, to chat with you. We like bringing different teams on here. Obviously, we talk everything prediction markets. So once we started, obviously, chatting with you and your team, we figured, tell us a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about kind of Almanac, what you guys are doing. And then we'll just have some free-flowing questions between me, Brett, and Kkoma to see what's what. If that's cool.
Yeah, for sure. First of all, huge respect to you guys, especially in the sports specific prediction markets kind of space. It's a very tough space to be participating in. And I also understand the gravity of the Knicks situation right now. So Dave, I really hope for for your sake, I hope they make it. But yeah, just a little bit about Almanac, man. We're a terminal platform that's built on top of Polymarket. We're actually powered by BitTensor, which is it's blockchain network that incentivizes essentially AI and decentralized AI development. And we are a subnet on that network, and we've built this product on top of it, which is Almanac. And what we figured is the prediction market space, it's nascent, it's growing, but it's still quite fresh, quite new. Polymarket only had kind of brought the attention over the last couple of years, while it's been around since 2019, I think it was around there. So there is a lot of inefficiency, there's a lot to kind of be worked on, and I think the MicroStrategy and a lot of the disputes and resolution is also kind of evidence of that, where the prediction market space needs a bit of work. So we think that there's a lot of value, there's a lot of it's a public good that these markets have a probability. It can help you forecast the future, help you plan, make decisions. But we also think that these probabilities, these markets should be as accurate as possible. And so we built Almanac as a way to incentivize traders to be adding informational value to these markets. And so kind of high level, and what that means is essentially if you're a good trader, for example, Dave, you have a history of trading in NBA and you're really good at it. You're trading on Polymarket. Each market is isolated. You'll trade, one game, you'll profit. You trade the next game, you might lose. But overall, every game is isolated. Whereas for us, we look at your trade history and we kind of score all of that. So over a period of time, we look at how you performed and we score you and we kind of give you a ranking. And so we have our leaderboard, which is kind of ranked currently on P&L, but it's in the back end, it's ranked on your score and how well you've performed. And then you earn additional rewards on top of your P&L. So it's a double incentive program where you do well on Almanac and you actually get rewarded for that, and not just per market, per bet. So we think that it's quite unique. We've been working with Polymarket over the last couple of months on kind of building this out. We spoke to their team about it, and they were like, "Oh, we never really thought about incentivizing takers, because most of their incentivization is to their makers, just thinking about liquidity and obviously attract more traders." So we took the other route, and we think obviously that's where the information comes from, the takers. So yeah, that's kind of high level of the platform, and we're building out a second flagship product right now. It's called Alma, and it's essentially like a trading assistant. So it's kind of like natural language communication, like you're an LLM, but it can search the web. It has social sentiment access, and it can pretty much pull up kind of late breaking news, anything that would kind of help you make a decision or affect your trade, and then kind of advise you on that. So yeah, those are the two. You're looking at analytics right now, which is just kind of like something we built in the interim, is to provide a little bit more information and tools for our traders to help them find some sort of edge in the markets. But yeah, that's kind of high level. And just wanted to add, Brad, we've crossed paths before, I believe. Yeah, and
on the building bet side.
Yeah. We were sports tensor. Yeah. So
Nice.
Yeah, the thing is like sports betting is extremely hard. These lines are extremely efficient, and to find an edge, I'm sure Brett, you kind of attest to that. Is like even with insane amounts of AI machine learning capabilities, it's always missing the context of the game, and it's always missing just that domain expertise. So we think that sports is actually a much harder category to crack, but a lot of what we're trying to build is kind of more focused around macro and geopolitics. So that's where information, late breaking news, and like kind of more just alternative journalism can actually get you an edge in that sense, and that's kind of where we feel like there's a lot of value that we can add to to the world and the markets.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, no, it's funny with sports, especially there's nothing, I mean, there isn't a single AI model, or it doesn't matter how long you've been building an AI, like you can't predict who's going to flop all over the court in the end of the third quarter, and all of a sudden now they leave for injury, and the entire odds of the whole game flip. It's wild. But I like what Almanac's doing because of the it's a lot easier to find alpha, scraping media, scraping Reddit, scraping social sentiment, and kind of you can definitely find an edge on markets that are more deterministic than the Yankees game that I can't believe they blew yesterday.
Yeah, and we have delved into that realm of sports last year, and when teams decide to tank during All-Star break, it's like after All-Star break, it's like you can't really predict that, and when at the start of a season, you kind of need to generate as much data as possible to kind of calibrate your models, and then by the time that's all sorted, you're going like a couple of weeks into All-Star break, and then your model is effectively useless by then. So I think that there is opportunity for for AI to bridge that gap, and I think that it's going to require a lot more than just numbers, and just running models. So yeah, I think it depends on who these models are in the hands of, and I think that's a kind of a big separation, a big distinction with the power of AI.
Hey, Leo, I have a question for you, or maybe this is more of like a kind of a alley-oop for why Almanac is a little bit different. But when I've had conversations before with one of your reps, like I believe it's about a 1%. You guys take about a 1% fee, but where does that 1% go? Because I do see this $4,036 available in this epoch with time 8 hours and 49 minutes. So what is that? How does this all work? Like, what's the incentive to use Almanac outside of just Polymarket and things like that?
Yeah, great question. So this is also, we had also kind of launched this and did all this before Polymarket introduced fees. So we were our selling point was only 1% fee, but that 1% fee goes into a reward pool, and that reward pool distributes to the top traders within that epoch, which is 24 hours. So essentially, we're trying to say, if you're actually good, you'll be earning more than the fees you're paying. And if you don't have an edge, if you're just kind of guessing around here, then you're paying for the winners. You're paying essentially a tax on trading on Almanac. And so it's kind of like giving you an opportunity to test your strategies as well. Okay, if you're doing well and you feel like you should be earning more on Polymarket, then come through on Almanac, and you'll be competing against other traders who also believe they're doing better than others on Polymarket. So it is a competitive landscape where that pool gets distributed to the best. But that's why we're trying to onboard and invite some of the best traders so that they can really they can profit more and they can see the value that what we're building here.
So can we still bet sports on Almanac?
Yes. Yeah, you can. Right. And in fact, it's one of the largest categories on Almanac right now. Most of our traders do bet on sports as well. And then a lot of them also kind of dabble in crypto. But we are curating the categories right now. We don't offer all the categories that Polymarket has. We currently only have it's politics, it's sports, it's crypto, and it's weather.
I mean, are you guys planning something big for World Cup? You got doing anything special? Any big outreaches, pushes, promotions, things like that for World Cup coming up?
Yeah, so we've partnered with Hive. I don't know if you guys know about Hive, but they ran the Genesis Cup. It was quite a few months ago, actually. They were one of the first to kind of do this tournament style, like Polymarket esports type thing, where they would invite traders to come, and they had a fixed bankroll. So I think it was 250 at the time, and that's all you could trade with, and you'd compete based on your P&L. And so it kind of put everyone on a kind of level, like the same level of your capital. And it really came down to like your ability to find the edge, to trade, risk management, etc., to climb up the ranks and essentially win the tournament. So we're doing a second one now. It's for the World Cup specifically. So you can apply now on Hive.io, Hive, I believe. But yeah, that's World Cup's come around, big thing. We can imagine that there's going to be a huge amount of interest from sports-specific Polymarket traders or prediction market traders, and I think it's going to be beneficial for the prediction market space in general.
Love this. This is really cool, man. Really, really cool. So now, do you find it hard? Because we asked this, I think, to the Pred guys on Monday, and we always ask some of our guests. Is it difficult, like building on top of? Because obviously, like all these tools are being built on top of Polymarket and any of these others. Is it tough, like doing this, Leo? Like, and how big is your team?
Yeah, it's that's a good question. How honest do you want me to be about that?
Let me honest, please. Like, don't bullshit. I want the real answer. If it's fucking hard, tell me it's fucking hard.
No, like, we respect the Polymarket team and the devs, and they hustle real hard. But it's not easy building on a platform and on a on top of a company that is also trying to find their footing within the space. And I can understand that there's a lot of things pulling them in many different directions, and they have to kind of move quickly. But it does give us a whole bunch of headaches, just because, you know, when they change one thing, they change an API, and we have to kind of like, you know, rewrite a third of our code. Their big Club V2 update not too long ago required us to pretty much rewrite our whole code base, just based on the fact that we don't they also didn't have like a proper SDK before, so like we kind of have to build everything ourselves on top of that. And then so a lot of our code is like tightly wound into the infrastructure, and so anything that they change, we have to change. We have to react as quickly as possible, or else our traders kind of have to experience a longer downtime than they would on Polymarket. And that's just kind of the reality that is building on any platform, you know, I believe. So it's I would say it's not easy, but, you know, respect to the Polymarket team, like they're doing what they need to do, they're hustling. And our team is very small. We have 2 main devs that are doing this, like dedicated to this. So to handle like what we consider an enterprise grade application like Almanac, and building out, you know, the additional tools and products, it's a lot.
Got it. Yeah. All right. You gave me the PR version, which is fine. I get it. Listen, I was talking to Jay, obviously, like on your team, who was helping us like kind of set this up, and he was like, "Look, it'd be great if you guys could have the Hive team on here as well. So please, put us in touch with them, and then we can maybe do kind of like a joint episode at some point, like, you know, talking about like what you guys are cooking, because there's going to be some craziness going on now, right? Like World Cup is coming. We're going to have a ton of different guests on. So we'd love to kind of get you guys kind of like fit in somewhere, like within the upcoming schedule, to see, whatever you guys got cooking would be great.
Yeah, 100%. And would highly encourage everyone. I know you guys are all very skilled sports traders, so highly recommend kind of joining the competition. It's free to join, and there's a $10,000 prize at the very end. So feel free to come through. And the Genesis Cup was they had a slew of different categories and markets. This is very much obviously World Cup focused, so it's kind of level the playing field for those really strong traders within the macro space or politics space to come into the competition. And then, you know, you guys have, I'd say you guys would have a bit of an advantage with your sports expertise. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see the results this time around. Yeah.
Leo, I'm going to put you on the spot. World Cup winner, who are you choosing? Who's taking home World Cup?
I mean, I am I'm based in the Netherlands, so I'm gonna say the Netherlands just to represent. But I think the chances of them actually winning is quite low. So listen, doing it out of patriotism,
bro. Listen, take it from a Knicks fan. Nobody gave us a freaking shot at the beginning of this year, but here we are. You know, 4 wins away from a title. So you never know.
I mean, is the Netherlands is the percentage higher than England right now?
They might be. They
might
be.
I'd say they might be. Yeah.
All right.
World Cup.
What about you guys? What any kind of predictions in the World Cup?
I mean, for me, like I just like watching. I mean, for me to say, "Oh, the United States are going to win," I mean, I'm not like. I'm not that high, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that crazy, you know. I honestly, I would like to see Messi win one, like, you know, win with Argentina. I would really like to see that. Or you know, like I'm open for like the superstars. You know what I mean? I just don't want to see the same teams win all the time. The Spains, the Brazils. Like I'm tired. Like I want to see new squads. You know. And France obviously looks really good. Obviously, you know, you got all these PSG players that look fantastic, but. I don't know. I want to go outside the box. I want to not too outside the box, but I think maybe an Argentina can hopefully take this one. Come on, Messi, bring it home, bro. Bring it home. Solid.
Yeah. Either Argentina or I mean, honestly, I think Germany might be a sleeper team, and
true.
I mean, you know, I think Germany might be the sleeper. But I mean, I'd love to see a Cinderella team win it. You know what I mean? And like, if England wins it, like as like the ultimate Cinderella underdog story, bro. Like, I love it when that happens with any sport, any event, when it's like the absolute losers end up winning, bro. It's like, yeah, let's go, dude.
Wait, did Argentina won last World Cup? No.
Yep. I didn't want to say anything today while he was in his
I did not. Oh my god. Wait, but is Messi playing this year, by the way? Like wasn't there like some issue where it's like, is he gonna play? Is he not gonna play? He's definitely playing, yeah?
Oh, he has to play. Yeah, he's definitely playing.
Oh,
but, yeah, Argentina won last year. They put like I think it was in Qatar, and they put like some robe over him after he got his trophy. Like he was like the king of
I remember
the universe or something.
Wasn't that also where Salt Bay tried to jump in the shots and like
yeah.
Trophy? Yeah.
There should have been a prediction on that. Will Salt Bay participate in the World Cup ceremony?
Come on, who's your World Cup prediction?
I would like to see
Winner.
Portugal. I like to see Portugal. Yeah, Ronaldo hasn't won one yet, so it'd be kind of interesting to see where they end up.
Yeah, these odds aren't that bad. Yeah, look.
Why is
6%.
France favored again?
Oh, they have a really solid team.
Yeah. The French, the Spaniards, the English.
PSG win.
So the city, I mean, the entire country of France. I mean, we saw what happened with Paris and PSG, right? I mean, like that whole country can't afford to have France win.
They can't afford. Yeah, I know.
I'm surprised Norway is higher than Belgium. That's kind of crazy to me.
Bro, Morocco's got a higher percentage than the U.S. This is amazing. I mean, they're playing Brazil in their group.
Morocco were the AFCON champions, bro. Don't you know?
That's right. Until they robbed us. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. It's fine.
Turkey has a higher chance than the USA.
That's crazy. That is crazy. But look how much money though is being put on these teams, man. This is crazy, man. Like 40 million, 30 million, 30 million. Like this is big, like big money over here. Like they said over like $1.5 billion. But yeah, crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. I mean, look, this was dope. Leo, this was amazing. Anything else that you wanna share with us about Almanac, or anything else that you guys have upcoming other than like the Hive stuff or any other collabs or anything else you want to shout out? Yeah.
Just a quick kind of shout out on like the Alma, the trading agent that we have kind of launched. It's for
traders who have reached a certain amount of volume. It acts as an assistant, so they can speak to it for alpha or finding edge, etc. We're working on kind of improving its reasoning abilities and the model itself. And so, I'm going to be kind of announcing some cool stuff with that in the next couple of weeks or so. So yeah, just shout out to you guys as well. Thanks for having us. Thanks for having me. It was dope listening in and also being able to participate.
Yeah, man. Of course. Leo, thank you, man. It was great to have you. We're going to clip up, obviously, some of these as well. So we'll share them with you guys as well and put them out to the team. We really appreciate your time, Leo. Thank you so much for joining us, man.
Good. Likewise, man.
Yeah,
cheers.
For sure. Cheers. Peace. All right, guys. That was Almanac. I like it. I like Leo. Like Almanac. Sounds interesting. I'm super curious as to what kind of the Hive World Cup thing is going to look like and what that collab can look like. But maybe we bring that to everybody in a couple of weeks when we get cooking.
Yeah, man. No, Leo's good people, man. I've known Leo for like he was saying, we worked with him last year with some of the sports prediction stuff, and I'm a very bullish on Almanac. Anything Leo's touching, anything his team's built is those devs are good devs, man. Worked with them personally. They're good. A
lot of the sports shit, like all I'm hearing is sports stuff, BitTensor, sports BitTensor, sports BitTensor, right? Like one of our obviously Stitch, one of our data sponsors. Obviously like on BitTensor, like everywhere I'm looking or I'm hearing like something is being built like using BitTensor, man, on like the sports prediction side. So nothing to sleep on out here, huh?
No, definitely not. And I mean, we'll end, I guess like before we wrap up real quick to just with Kkoma's permission here, I guess we'll give the pro picks that Buckets got today for MLB.
Let's go. 100%.
We got today. Pro picks are Buckets on Phillies, Yankees, and Braves today. So Yankees and Braves. And it was on Yankees yesterday, and that was the only one because yesterday we went 2-1 with our pro picks and overall 8-7 day. So like You know, a winning day, but you know, not a blowout by any means. And we were on the Yankees yesterday, and they blew it. And so we're on Yankees again today, and I think that the Yankees,
what?
bro, they're not gonna lose twice.
No, that wasn't the game that the Yankees were up 13 runs or something like that. That wasn't yesterday.
No,
that was the day before.
No, that wasn't
That was the day
yesterday.
before. Okay,
That was unfortunate because Aaron Judge didn't play that game.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, that was the problem there. It's riding pine.
What's the latest on buckets? Any updates there that you guys want to share? I know World Cup's starting in a week, right? Like 8 days, something like that. What do we got? Anything cooking on the? Yeah,
we're updating the front end to make it a little bit easier to kind of just have a better experience with it. So yeah, definitely check it out. We kind of made it more like an ESPN website vibe, so you could see like the live games happening, and we're gonna run like a deep analysis as we get closer and closer to the World Cup. But yeah, overall, we're getting all the data. We're gonna make it available for people to use for free. Again, you don't need to sign up for ProPick for this one. Just sign up, and then you'll be able to access ProPick. You could also sign in through X now. So we fixed that issue, Dave, and all our audiences. So a lot of our listeners are from X, so definitely check us out. You'll be able to sign in. But yeah, that's one of our. We've only done it on Mexico and South Africa for now as like a test, but you can see like our research, our model market, our full analysis, and stuff like that.
Yeah, we've got a full deep research on this game, and we'll be running it for every game. You know, being that this is the first game, we've done this one first, right? Surfacing, player props, surfacing different lines. I mean, there is literally every sports book I think that exists in the world. We've got all of their odds for this game. You know, so it's ultimately Bucket should be the one-stop kind of shop for all of your World Cup, you know, game by game data. Right. There's never any, there's never any financial advice given from Bucket, right? You know, do with what you want, but we will make sure to give you literally, dude, like every piece of data that you could ever possibly need to make a decision on these games and various predictions, you know? So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we made an investment as well on ourselves for specifically World Cup stuff. So we actually have a very deep API data of all the soccer stats related to this on top of Bread's deep analysis. So we really all in on just making sure to give you not just like some chat GPT, like, hey, who's going to win who's going to win Mexico, South Africa? It's actually based on a lot of data that we've been able to scrap up. And then on top of that, with Bread's analysis, it just gives you so much information. So we're pretty bullish on World Cup and our like overall analysis. Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, I'm running these researches, and then I'm pinging Kkoma, being like, "Yo, what the hell is SOT/G mean?"
Shout on target.
There's so many damn acronyms with the soccer data, you know, and feeding all the data to the model, and it's doing a great job, and then it spits out all of this, and I'm like, well, hey, Kkoma, what the hell does this mean? Is this right? Is this true?
Damn, bro, there better be like some sort of like a key or a legend or like some sort of interpretation, because that looks like Japanese to me, like how all these numbers and all this shit, man.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that we're gonna clean up for the we have the summary at the top, but then on the bottom we just need to clean it up a little bit just so it's more user friendly. But yeah, hopefully like top part just makes it a little bit more clear of why we're choosing certain things and stuff like that. So we got to make it more human readable, is what I told Brad. So,
yeah, for sure. I can't read it.
Yeah, because I'm looking at that and I'm like, what the fuck are they saying? I have no idea.
They're talking about South Africa's girlfriend, bro. That's all you need to know.
South Africa's recent GF. Oh, thanks. Kkoma, what is Gig saying? What happened? Kaboli, it got broken again. Now are you guys down in tennis?
We're losing right now. We're losing. Yeah, I think I might be cursed in tennis. I might have to retire from Roland Garros. You know, like
Roland Garros.
It's you know, knowing me, I would have put like all my money on the 98 cents at Sabalenka and then lost that as well. You know, but
bro, that was crazy. 1.5%, 1,500 to win 100,000. I saw your post, man. Boy, nobody really has the balls to do that, though. You know what I mean? Like, who has the nuts to be able to do that? I don't know.
You know, I messaged Brad yesterday or 2 days ago. There was this Angels were at 3%, and they actually lost the game because they threw it to first base, the other team, but they challenged it. So you know how I told you, Dave, about like the whole hey, let's take a chance. So I put $100 at 3% because they challenged it. It didn't look like the ball got there in time, and I was like, oh damn, this is gonna be good. And then the umpires looked at it and they said, "Oh, yep, call stands. It's game's over." But the whole announcers were like, "Wait, that makes zero sense. That's unacceptable." Blah 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 blah. One time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, dude, that's what's crazy about baseball, though. Is like, so now with like these challenges, right? You have like these challenges, batter challenges, coaches challenges, and once you're out. Because I mean, like they'll challenge like whether a call was actually a ball or a strike, right? And then they'll go back and they'll look at it on the analysis on the screen, and be like, oh, yep, it did touch the strike zone, like that is a strike, But then when they're out of challenges, it's straight up on the umps. It's like you can't even challenge it anymore. It's like, well, what does the umpire say? And it doesn't matter if you want to challenge it or not. It's like that's call stands, And so there's a lot that goes into who's the umpire for the game.
That's why
when it comes down to these.
I love the new MLB challenge system. You're allowed 2 challenges per game, and if you get it right, you get it back. So if an umpire is just horrible, you're just constantly just tapping your head and being like, "Nope, challenge," and then
challenge.
Yeah. It makes it so much fun. The crowd's just like into it too. There's like clapping, hoping that it's going to be a strike or a ball.
Yeah, and boys, also Leo said in the private chat, he was like, "Could you guys pitch me buckets after this?" So like, make sure you connect with Leo at Almanac to start pitching them buckets and see what's what.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, Leo,
go.
we should chat, dude. Well, I mean, yeah, well, let's catch up, dude. We've got a history here. Yeah.
All right, boys. Episode 5 in the books. Good one. Amazing stuff. We will see everybody obviously back here on Monday, where the Knicks will obviously be up 2-0. All you Spurs fans can suck it tonight because the Knicks are going to win. But it was great having Leo on here. Bread, Kkoma, really, really great stuff. And that's gmPM episode 5, ladies and gents. We will see y'all on Monday. All right? Everybody have a good weekend, man. Enjoy the games. Peace.
gmPM, the prediction market show.